Bill Gates' latest book recommendation focuses on the future of artificial intelligence and AI. Here's why the Microsoft co-founder wants you to read it. Bloomberg. A measure of underlying U.S. inflation cooled in April for the first time in 6 months. A small step in the right direction for Federal Reserve. This summer, turn to Amazon to shop wrinkle-free travel clothing that can be worn straight from your suitcase. No iron required. Nico Murillo slept in his car for a year at Tesla's Fremont factory to reduce his commuting time, but still fell victim to Elon Musk's April layoffs. Consumer prices climbed 3.4% year-on-year in April. Experts are revising their forecasts about mortgage rates and home prices for the rest of the year. The first outsider to run Vanguard needs to win over the Bogleheads. Colleagues say he can. Reddit has been eager to sell data from user posts. Fears about Social Security's future shouldn't be the primary reason for claiming retirement benefits at 62s, experts say. Stocks trod water as investors assess the chances of the Dow succeeding in another bid to cross 40,000 for the first time. Trust in Google has absolutely collapsed in the wake of revelations from the DOJ antitrust trial. 11 advertisers told us why. James Simons left behind a legacy in mathematics, finance, and philanthropy, as well as a massive personal fortune and a yacht when he passed away at age 86 last week. GameStop shares on Friday were back to levels they were trading at last week, having erased nearly all of the peak intra-week gain of 271%. Elon Musk's Neuralink told ABC News that it is looking to implant 2 more participants in the coming months. The Under Armour meltdown continues. Media companies charming advertisers during the upfront meetings let sports take center stage as content slates still suffer from last year's Hollywood strikes. OpenAI's Sam Altman and Greg Brockman spoke out about the company's approach to safety after high-level departures this week. Genesis set to return 97% of assets to creditors after court approves its payout plan, resolving disputes and enhancing security. With time running out on its $43 billion pursuit of Anglo-American PLC, BHP Group faces a critical question. What would it take to draw the smaller company to the negotiating table within the next few days? The reason companies said they were leaving Iowa was the growing number of severe storms and the costs to make repairs. The popular brand may have made its situation worse with its latest move, and that could complicate a potential Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. A woman who won $1.2 million at an Atlantic City slot machine says the casino isn't coughing up the money. Big U.S. bond investors have been aggressively shifting money into long-dated notes, betting that the unloved asset class will be one of the winners from eventual interest rate cuts. Could this make Medical Properties Trust a lower-risk stock? The closing date for another doomed piece of Las Vegas Strip history remains unclear. To figure out how Social Security's insolvency debate may play out in the years ahead, it helps to consider what transpired in 1983. I had to look up that word. I will tell you, anybody who knows me knows that I am not lackadaisical, now that I know what that word means. The next market rotation could be into insurance stocks, and they could rally as much as 30%, according to an investment advisor. The airline currently charges up to $90 for flight changes. For about 1 hour late Friday, day-ahead prices on ERCOT's website jumped as high as $688 per MW. Tiny houses provide an alternative budget-friendly living space in an unaffordable housing market. From semiconductors to solar panels, stocks in some of the world's fastest-growing industries risk falling prey to another round of trade tensions between the US and China. Forget about GameStop, NYSE GME, and AMC Entertainment, NYSE AMC. Sam Altman acknowledged OpenAI did have a provision about equity cancellation in exit documents, but said the policy will be removed going forward. Boeing's safety culture crisis has included multiple whistleblowers who have come forward after several incidents that have drawn public attention to potential issues with the company's planes. The crypto industry is popping champagne corks, or perhaps uncorking their digital wallets, after a surprise victory in the US Senate. Bruce Nordstrom, who cemented his family's namesake Seattle-based company as a national retailer, died Saturday morning, according to his family. April's consumer price index showed inflation moderating, a welcome sign. Anne, 67, moved with her husband to Portugal after scraping together money to pay their expenses in the US. Their quality of life is much better now. Billionaire money managers have bought millions of shares of both Pfizer and Walgreens Boots Alliance this year. They say the economy is bad, given inflation and high interest rates were, but they're spending like it's booming. The artificial intelligence, AI rockstar, is poised to report earnings on Wednesday. Elon Musk and Indonesian Health Minister Budi Gunadi Sadikin launched SpaceX's satellite internet service for the nation's health sector on Sundays, aiming to improve access in remote parts of the sprawling archipelago. Amendments contain loopholes that may blunt their effectiveness. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has tested positive for COVID-19 and is experiencing symptoms. Kuderna Financial Team founder and What Should I Do with My Money? Author Brian Kuderna shares advice to consumers on how to avoid falling for the spaving trap.